The rake is the long, arthritic arm of nature's law. The one where everything has to die, gets swept away. There are certain people, quiet people, when they are most pleased by the things you do, will grunt and nod once. The rake is the grunt. The movement of their head is the movement of leaves. The difference between raking a front lawn and raking a Zen garden is the difference between getting your thoughts in order and pushing the unwanted ones aside. Raking is like doing push-ups, except it's also like doing ballet. The handle of a good rake is a crown of shaved wood which can be hung off of a wall using a string looped through a hole 1 inch under the crest. My mother, a ballet dancer, always told me the key to good posture is to pretend someone is pulling you up from the crown of your head with a string. A good rake's head is made of metal, and its teeth are slightly warped and gnarly with rusted brown spots. My mother's teeth are parts silver, zinc, nickel, and plastic. Some are brown altogether. The rake's teeth are the fingers my mother runs through my hair. When I was a boy, my teeth were twisted and gnarly. When I was a boy, I couldn't be angry or sad for more than an hour. Everything got swept away. I wanted to hold on to my feelings better. I knew other people had grudges, but I couldn't. A rake was a Sunday afternoon then. A rake was a and back, and shh, and back, until the sun went behind the fence. When I was a boy, a rake was a sore hand and no cartoons, but also a nod and a grunt and a glass of lemonade. A rake is hard work. My father's belly used to rise and fall in the evenings when he'd watch the news. I would put my head on it and try and match my breaths to it, but his were too deep. A rake tells you your limits. Sometimes he would watch boxing and I would put my arm in his belly. I didn't move my arm, but breath by breath, my elbow would hit Oscar de la Hoya square in the jaw. And then it would go back and hit him again and back, over and over. The rakes didn't break back then. They just got grumpier. Now, Mom buys new rakes every 2-3 years. She rakes by herself. My dad hires the neighbors' kids. They all rake alone. Now my teeth are straight. I don't rake anymore. I don't want to rake. A rake pulls up the dead grass. My dad doesn't watch boxing anymore, just UFC. Checks his email at the same time. My mom wants to sell the house I grew up in. She doesn't like living there by herself. Again, a rake is hard work. Sweeping away is hard work. There's still grunts. And sometimes our heads follow. But everyone rakes alone. However, my mother's fingers. However, my father's belly. And